From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His defense made a statement their last time out, pitching a shutout in last week's win. On the other side for the Rams, it's Sean McVay. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Purdy off the play fake. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. 2nd and 11 now.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Purdy from the gun. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Rams offense and Puka Nacua ready to take over once more. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. They begin the drive with Williams. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And 3 yards to go.
Throwing is Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
A gain of 6. That's good.
Now Stafford. Quick slant to Brown. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. This will be caught once again by Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Stafford. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now look at the big man rumble. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Now the try here for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Rams nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Rams getting set to go now. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt, and that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
No gain on the play.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 21-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. They give it to Williams, running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Now Stafford. That one taken in by Whittington. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa now got 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And he'll take this to about the 24, gain of 3. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Purdy. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, 49ers.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
15-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, San Francisco.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. We'll look to Williams to begin things. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Marquise Sewell on the coverage.
Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And the Rams, first down.
Now a first down. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing. On first down, this is McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. A solid stiff arm. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24.
Here's Kyren Williams running out for another possession. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter.
Good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And tough sledding. You'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he's going to have a Rams first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's good for a Rams.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 1.
Stafford now to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before they have.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Purdy now to throw. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Now 2nd and 3.
At the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 33. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
49er first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Purdy bootlegging it.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
San Francisco.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Now Purdy. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 9-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 1 second, all that remains. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It all comes down to this. Week 18, all the playoff spots and playoff seedings will be locked up. Let's get into the highlights. Our tour of the league starts now. It starts in Cincinnati, the Bengals at home to take on the Falcons. And it's a big play by the Bengals defense. The ball's out. It's scooped up, and they're going to return it for the touchdown. A turnover in their own end of the field for a score for the D. The Bengals will be a part of this year's playoffs. They get the victory here in the regular season finale. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's Josh Downs. It's fired deep downfield. He's right there to secure it. 80 yards on the catch and run for the touchdown. The Colts finish at 5-12. Big changes forthcoming, but they do get the win here in Week 18. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Jets. And this is Javonte Williams. He's going to hustle his way to the end zone, 10 yards on the touchdown. The Patriots get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, a look at how things stand, the playoff picture in the AFC as the season draws to a close. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Niners offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Starting the second half of the run by McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A tough season for them to this point, and here's part of the reason why. You see the injuries have left them shorthanded in prior weeks, and that's the case again here in this one.
Brandon, great teams can overcome injuries and keep their seasons on track, but sometimes Even the great teams have injuries that are just too numerous, or they affect the wrong group of guys, the guys who actually lead their ball club, and it's just tough to get past them. This team struggling with that.
And it's third down.
Throwing here, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Brown goes in motion left. Now Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Rams.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. It's complete to Brown, right side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw there is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. On their side of midfield at the 47. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
To throw is Stafford. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 19 yards.
19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 1.
Brings up second and a yard. At the 26.
On the jet sweep, here comes Puka. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Ball at the 23, second and 8.
It's second and 8.
Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Whittington. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
Another Rams first down.
Now it's Stafford. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 49ers' 12-yard line.
On the option to give to Williams here. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
A 2-yard gain.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They snap it to Stafford. Touchdown! Puka Nacua hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. A 10-play drive that time. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now they'll try to carry that over to this drive. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. From the gun, here's Stafford. This will be caught by Brown. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Rams 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nifty move. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd
Here's Purdy. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. This will be caught once again by Brown.
Stafford's pass.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Stafford. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get this off past the 45 to the 47.
Green on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing to Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Omar Speights on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This is 2nd and 8. Purdy. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Purdy now to throw.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
So now Stafford and the Rams down 23-17.
A minute 54 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now it's Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
Now Stafford.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. A big play looming on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Final minute. 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Back to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for San Francisco, they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, and they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.